Patrick Coakley, C-O-A-K-L-E-Y. Yeah, I'm one of those people has to spell their surname as soon as I've said it. It's actually got to the point where I've said it that often, it's actually come part of my full name. So now, I'm actually called Patrick Daniel Arthur Coakley, C-O-A-K-L-E-Y. My debit card's like a foot wide. But obviously this is one of my first ever gigs, so I'm suitably terrified. But I do actually remember the day I fell in love with stand-up comedy. It was the same day I realised I was solidly middle class. So I watched Eddie Murphy Raw on a skiing holiday. But then while I was trying to think of funny things to say to you, I remembered the old writer's phrase, write what you know. So I thought, okay, I know about two things. So I have either option A, I haven't had sex in so long I might actually be a virgin again. Or option B, movies. I think we can go with option B, movies. Mainly because it'd be less upsetting for me, and I would like to think I know about more about movies than not having sex. Okay, so movies. Okay, alright. Fuck Mel Gibson. Alright, fuck Mel Gibson. I never fucking liked that guy. Honestly, fuck Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is an absolute I can't say that. I can't say that. Fuck it. Mel Gibson is an absolute Catholic. And before I say it's a hate crime, I'm actually a Catholic myself. Or at least I was until I was 11 years old and it turned me back in the Catholic Church. Nothing like that, mate. Nothing like that. To be honest, they never laid a finger on me, and it's always affecting my self-esteem. Now, see what happens is when you're born into it like I was, when you go to with an Irish mum and you go to Catholic school and Catholic church, there's something called a confirmation ceremony, where you get to confirm, once again, either option A, you believe in it all and you want to continue your life in a Catholic church, or option B, you think it's all nonsense and that's the end of it. Now, you see, my older brother Dominic, who was actually an altar boy at the church he went to, he got confirmed because he didn't know there was an option B. Until it got to my turn, and I told my mum, and I only found out about this recently, apparently I told my mum, I don't believe a word of it. And that was that. Dominic was not happy. He was not happy at all. Because see, as part of the ceremony, there's something called, you get something called a confirmation name. I think that's something like a saint's name. So now his full name is Dominic Paul Graham Joseph Coakley, C-O-A-K-L-E-Y. His debit card's fucking massive. So anyway, Mel Gibson. Now, all those things he was accused of, filmed and recorded saying were horrible and nasty and downright medieval. But this is not why I hate Mel Gibson. No. The one thing I could never forgive Mel Gibson for is letting circa 1999 vintage Patsy Kensit drown in that lonely, cold LA harbour in Lethal Weapon 2. I know he uttered the immortal line, "Rudd's hiding behind his diplomatic credentials, isn't he?" Which I think we can all agree is the worst crime in cinema till Harvey Weinstein came along, but come on Mel, it's a bit strong. But ignore me. No, I'm the last person you want to talk to when it comes to films. I mean, I don't even need to see a film to give it a 2-star review. And to be honest, watching it could cloud my judgment. Oh, but speaking of reviews, believe it or not, but years back, when I was still having the sex, and I think referring to it like that is probably why I'm not having it, I was actually quite good. No, yeah. Never had any complaints. Well, none in writing. None in writing! Sorry, it was none in writing. Anyway, back to movies. I was going to talk about Fight Club, but, you know. Something I can talk about though, when I was about 10 years old, I was off poor leave from school for a week, and my mum said she'd hire me a film from the local video shop. So I asked her to get me 80s body swap comedy like Father Like Son. starring Dudley Moore as an uptight business executive who swaps bodies with his laid-back teenage son due to a mysterious potion. Or at least that's what it says on IMDb. Because I haven't seen it. Because instead of getting me like father, like son, she got me harrowing IRA prison drama In the Name of the Father. Starring Pete Postlethwaite and Daniel Day-Lewis as father and son respectively. Now bear in mind, I'm 10 years old, right? And I'm full of flu. And I'm sat there. And I must be an hour into this film. Maybe 10 years into their brutal, unjust sentence. And I'm thinking, when are they going to swap bodies? It was a traumatic experience, it really was. It was like the time my granddad made me watch Bridge on the River Kwai. Couldn't get over it. But I'm the last person I've talked about films. I mean, I really like watching films I've seen before. Which I know sounds pretty stupid, but I clearly am. But I know it's not a film, but it's the reason I watch World War II in colour on Netflix. Like, I know it's not a film, but I know how it ends. But no, when it comes to movies I haven't seen before, I'm a complete coward. I remember the first time I watched Basic Instinct, it scared the shit out of me. I know. What a pussy. But no, when it comes to, like movies I haven't seen before, I mean, like, genuinely, like, movies like The Exorcist, which, I can handle no problem. I mean, genuinely terrifying movies. Although, to be fair, that bit where she's in the attic with a candle and that cobweb bursts into flames, Jesus Christ. Makes me think I should have stuck with the Catholic Church. Thank you very much. I've been Patrick Oakley, COO Kelly. You've been amazing. Woo!
Patrick Oakley.